Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 48's World, where we do the Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Yes, it's called Uncharitable Behavior, season 9, episode 10. Pretty much gonna call it the Kenya Tricks Candy. Once again, she's the dupe episode because the way they trying to play Candy and Candy's trying to let them play her, it's just unfathomable. I can't fathom that she would do that with all her business sense and stuff of that nature. Let's get on right into it. We have Aiden. Aiden is making shirts for the children in Flint, Michigan. Phaedra is selling her book for charity, and Aiden's going to be making some tie-dye shirts that she's going to sell. And Aiden still wants to have his little booth, so she's going to let him sell chocolate chip cookies along with her mother, meaning Phaedra's mother watching over him and stuff for $6.99, child. He already rolling for $7 for a pack of cookies. And I'm like, what? That boy's something else. You just went on and started off at $10 and been done with it. Okay? But he's learning. He's learning from his mama, the businesswoman. Okay? Anyway, we leave that situation. We go to Cynthia. Cynthia calls Phaedra and she's asking questions about the pop-up shop because on last episode, Phaedra just asked to enlist them in this charitable contribution she's doing to have Flint, Michigan kids that are affected by the bad water and all this other stuff. She wants to send them off to camp. Now, I don't know how many children she's trying to claim she's finna send off to camp. I'm pretty sure she's talking about the low income families, but I'm not really 100%. So don't come in the comments, fact checking me. So, that's pretty much what she's doing. So she didn't really give them an itinerary of what she was expecting, what she wanted to do, and how the women would come and play their part with their goods for their services and how much she wants them to donate. So, of course, Cynthia trying to do her due diligence, she wants to know everything from A to Z, which I don't understand why they didn't ask that on last episode. They just come up with some questions that, pretty much like going to hit their financial pocket. And they just want to see how much, what they got to do. If they got to pay half of the pop-up shop, got to pay for their booth, then give 50% on top of that. Just all this and that. And I'm like, come on, if you got to ask all of those questions, you don't need to be saying you want to participate in her pop-up shop. Just write her a check and be done with it. Personally, that would have been my idea. I'll just write a check and be done with it. Just make like I had a booth and stuff of that nature. Okay. But anyway, her goal was to raise 10,000 or something, or 10,000 even for the charitable cause she's doing for Flint, Michigan kids. And she raised 7,000. Candy cut her a $2,500 check. She had told her up front, hey, I got $5,000 of product here. I'm just going, before I even see anything come in, I'm just going to go and give you your 2,500 and I'm going to be, out. So she going to cut her the check, so she don't want to get shit. But she already know how much product she bought. She probably bought a little bit more. She just told her that shit and just told them, hey, y'all don't have to get Phaedra anything. Just take up my money and bring it to me and let me know with receipts what was taken out because I don't gave her 2,500 and I ain't finna be bothered with it. No more, okay? But the rest of the kids, and I don't know if Phaedra had included her total in the 7,000 and some dollars she said she had raised. But I mean, if all of them would have came up with 2,500, she would have made 12 grand in some, or 12.5 grand. You know what I'm saying? If they were flowing like that, or they just gave 1,000. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. They're not actually flowing like they say they're flowing. Or, just give to the car. You ain't got to get out there and sell your product, especially if you're doing it every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody's doing it for you. It's not like you're going to come into a mix of people that's going to come to the shop and probably want to, tempt your interest of getting involved with some business adventures. You're not there for that. You're there for charity. And you don't want to hear about other people wanting you to, get involved with something they already have going or what they may think is a good thing and they want to run it by you because you're at that event. That's not what we're doing business. So you don't really want to hear from it. So it is what it is. So we leave that situation. We go to Sheree. She's looking at wall coverings. And I'm like, the guy that was helping her called Michelle. He's been showing her really a lot of expensive stuff that's not really up to her taste or her par. And she wants something a little cheaper that she could still get away with it and it still looks immaculate and look rich like it. You know what I'm saying? So Marlo comes and find her. It's a scripted scene because I'm sure she had to tell Marlo what she was. Ain't nobody just gonna pop up in the same boring ass interior shop on the spur of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Ah, that was just so scripted. Anyway, they go on and have the girl talk here and there. Then Marlo and Sheree start talking about Kenya. Sheree, she's just too fake and phony, and she's a backstabber. I'm like, do you actually have to start stuff all the time in every last one of your scenes? Because I'm ready for them to dethrone you of your peach again, and you going about your way, and they bring somebody else totally new. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not feeling you. Then Marlo, or hell, bring Marlo back. She gave me a little bit more to bite on far as drama than you would ever give me, Sheree. I mean, please. And then we go to Marlo. Marlo is mad about not being invited to Kenya's birthday party. They didn't show us that. They showed us her other housewarming party, which they could have kept that and just went straight to the birthday. Because Nene was there at that one. So Marlo felt kind of bad about it. She said, oh, so she had her best buddy there, who didn't want her two episodes 2 seasons ago, but now she want to be best buddies with her, and she throwing me to the curb just cause me and Nene not, talking to each other no more. I like that. Too much going in the past. Moving on from there. Kenya comes from her booth. Well, Kenya comes home from Charlotte and finds her window broken out. And quickly she goes to when Matt did it. Matt, I mean, because somebody else had done it, to my old Matt spray painted my well, she's telling this to Candy because she quickly calls her after she comes in town. Like, first of all, you couldn't call the police. Second of all, you couldn't call your father. Third of all, then maybe call somebody on the cast. Or better yet, just go stay at a hotel. You know what I'm saying? You got funds, you got coins, you say you about that life. It is what it is. But she calls Candy, telling her she just came home from Charlotte and this, that, and the third. And or better yet, you should have called your best buddy, which was Cynthia. Why would you call Candy? Again, scripted. So Candy goes on and tells, you really need to meet Matt alone. If in fact he actually did what you say he's doing, girl, you need to come and live behind some gates, gated communities. I'm like, Candy, you're so silly, honey. Anybody wants you, they will stalk you and they will get behind those guarded gates that you're talking about. So don't even think that's going to secure you or you're safe behind those guarded gates. Come on, people can be paid off as well to pay the right money. They'll let you slide on up in there and do whatever kind of havoc they want to you or your house. So that's a false sense that you're living in. I think in those bodyguards or gated communities are going to be your safe haven. Please. Anyway, moving on from that situation because it was just full of fuckery. She goes on to tell Kenya that she might want to come stay with her for a couple of days. Now, do you get that tease? She didn't say move in with her. She didn't say this is going to be her place of residence for 6 months to a year. She said for a couple of days. Okay, we go to commercial. We come back. We have Cynthia has to move out of her remove all her stuff out of her condo because her condo actually closed with just being on the market for a couple of days. And that's what they're trying to tell us. Do we know that for real? Hell no. But anyway, her house, a condo, sold prior to her getting into her new house. And it seems like something is going on about the appraisal of the house had come in uh 300,000 lower than what it was estimated for far as being worthy of the cost or the value that it held. They're saying they were wanting 940,000, but in fact, the house appraisal came up to 680,000. So that's a real big difference there. So not really sure what's really going on with that situation, but it might just be an eye-awakening experience for Cynthia to know, baby, you just didn't need but a $300,000. Baby, you didn't need but 100,000, really, because you're not really about that life. Even that condo you had living way in Atlanta, just paying overpriced for not enough of anything. So I'm like, come on now. You didn't need it to begin with. So that's the first strike. It shows you pick something else. You got a little money, go way downsize yourself way, way, way on down. And then when you do get married again, you and your new hubby can buy something a little better, but it's just you and Noel. And then if, it seems like your mother has her own place here, your sister's just back and forth out the country, with her husband playing basketball or whatever he do. She's here most of the time, but she stays with her mom or hotel, whatever. It is what it is. If you just got 3 bedrooms, you're doing good, or 4 bedrooms. you're doing good. Or a bigger bedroom that you can space off from, your your bedroom quarters, so you can make it like a smaller office or something. But I mean, it just is what it is. You're living too high on the horse, so But that's you. That's your coin, and that's stress that you're gonna have. So basically, her and Noelle is ass out. She has two options. She can go home and stay with her mom until they can find a better house that they can definitely move in like ASAP, or she can go stay with Kenya. Well, little do she know, Kenya's house it seemed like the same windows that was broke out 2 episodes ago. Them the same damn windows that's broke out. So how she saying that Matt, did that? And then again, how is it that it could have been Matt? It could have been somebody else. Because Kenya, you're walking around here, you got a lot of enemies, honey. You just don't know it, and you should know it. Because if we could think you got enemies, because I think you got a lot of people just how you carry yourself that be ready to pop you in your head or come and do work on your house or whatever because of your mannerism, your behavior, your demeanor, and how you treat people. I mean, Matt is not the only one that probably want to, do some do work on you. If you get my drill, probably a lot of females want to go upside your head because you're just irritating. But anyway, she goes on and tell Noelle we got those two places, and of course Noelle showing her ass. I thought she was well rounded and a little bit more forethought way out there that she was very much mature, but it shows her immaturity is coming in here and there. So she goes around talking about she want to take a wall with her, and she thought the house situation was a done deal, and she wants to drive not Cynthia's, Kenya's Rolls Royce, whatever car. I'm like, girl, you too materialistic. This whole show has gotten you the big head. I'm gonna need you to go back into your school thinking because who is going to take a freaking wall? And it's really sheetrock wall we're talking about. It's not a real solid brick wall. You want to take it, disassemble it, and think your mama had the money to sit and put that wall back in. You messing with structure of that whole condo when you do stuff like that. Silly rabbit. And I'm talking about Noelle. But anyway, she got out of it after Cynthia had to bring her back to reality. Like, little girl, get your shit together. Get your stuff boxed up because we cannot live here anymore. I made a damn dumbass mistake thinking my house is going to close simultaneously, with the old house, but it didn't happen. We're homeless. These folks that bought the house, they ready to move in and they have all the rights by them. We need to get our stuff out of here. Half our stuff going to storage and half of it's going to go over mama house. But, you need to get it together. And then she pretty much go whining and stuff like that. And I said, okay, typical teenager. I thought she was a little bit more far off with her maturity level, but okay, we still dealing in that realm. She just gave me I just put too much into her, thinking she was a well-rounded, very grown adult, but she still has her growing phase. Not saying she's not going to turn out to be that way. It's just that I thought she was really all the way there. How she was trying to, ascertain her mother and Peter's relationship and how she felt, and this and that. But I still have to remind myself she's still a child. She's going to act more like an adult because nobody's giving her the opportunity to fall back and act and make stupid decisions. But sometimes in her mind, things are not all clicking. She's not really looking at the consequence, just like she was saying, oh, I thought we could just take the wall with us. That was very elementary thinking and stupid. And then with the fact that she thought they had the house, but she didn't ask a lot of more questions in detail. You know what I'm saying? Not that she really need to know anything about it because she's a child, and that's grown folks' talk. She ain't putting in no coins or anything, so I'm like, fall the fuck back, okay? But anyway, again, that's my whole take on kids being exposed to too much uh publicity and being in the face of too many viewers, and they think they have it all together, but then they don't, and then people come criticize they don't really know how to handle it. So, that's my soapbox spill on that. We're going to keep on moving on. We go to Kenya. Kenya has to ask Cynthia. Uh, Kenya has asked Cynthia to come stay with her until her closing situation, goes through. And, like I said, Cynthia mom's had it, but Noelle wants to go live with Kenya. I'm like, no, you don't, honey. No, you don't. Kenya ain't got her shit together. Okay, she'll put y'all more in danger than anything. But I don't even think Matt did it, and I don't even think Matt really cares for Kenya. anymore. She probably did that shit herself. That's just how I'm looking at Kenya all the way sideways. Like, girl, I think you need to give up your peach too. They really need to replace her because more is not bringing anything I want to see more of. Okay? We need a whole situation. We go to Phaedra. Phaedra and Kenya is talking over the phone about the pop up shop. And Kenya still, well, no, Kenya has actually come to visit her at her office, and they're going over the whole comings and goings of the pop up shop. What is expected, this, that, and the third. And Phaedra feels like she's going to have to send out a memo to tell people what's going on, how we're going to do it, or whatnot. Then Kenya gets on her soapbox and tells, or she calls herself crying. See, not one tear drop out her eye, but she want, sniffling and shit. And she goes telling about her troubles with Matt and what Matt did and this, that, and the third. And Phaedra asked her, well, did you get a restraining order? And then she said, well, no, because I don't, playing this song and dance, like, oh, I don't want to hurt him, this, that, but you just really blasting him out on social media and on your TV reality show that you're a part of. So, but you don't want to do no damage to him. Like, everybody, if they saw Matt in the street, they would know who he is. And the first thing they would come with, just from watching you and your antics and your lies that you're telling us, uh, abuser. That's what we look at when we see Matt or think about Matt. But, I'm having another totally whole perception of him because, like I said, I'm only hearing your story, and Matt's not being able to really tell his story and how you go around and manipulate. And I see it, and I definitely see it in a situation where Candy really felt that she could help you out for a couple of days, but you don't took advantage of her generosity, not just coming to want to live with her for a couple of days, which I'm sure you're gonna turn into months or at least a month at least, and then you're inviting Cynthia to come stay with her baby Noelle as well. Now, how insensitive is that kind of shit? And I'm like, is Candy gonna let that fly? Because then I'm gonna be looking at her all the way sideways as I have been since the block brought in scenario that we're trying to give us with her baby daddy. So, but I'm like, this is too much. For all these women to say they got money, haven't they heard of a hotel? The W is downstairs. Not downstairs, downtown in Atlanta. A lot of other, the Hilton is down there too. What's going on? Y'all money don't flow that long? Or better yet, don't y'all have relatives y'all can go stay with? Or better yet, do you want better? Can you put your stuff in storage? But you just bought that house, so you can't go anywhere. Ooh, so much drama. Or you could go out of town and stay with your daddy for a couple of weeks until you get your stuff in order because you have your own business. You don't go into 9 to 5. You don't have to check with anybody. And then Cynthia, just put your shit up in storage, you know what I'm saying? And go and live out a hotel or a motel. If you don't want to go live with your mama, can't live with Mallory because Mallory don't have no digs of her own. She comes back and cock a spot with you here and there when she's in town and not with her husband overseas playing ball, so she don't really have nowhere to go. I'm like, this don't make no sense for all y'all women to say y'all flossing, and then when something happens like this and you have to record it because it's part of your reality show, you look like you ain't got shit. So I'm just really, I can't understand what y'all trying to give me, saying you have, but when it's time to show and prove, you don't have it. So I'm just not understanding it. So pretty much Phaedra was like, well, it's a difference. I was married, and then who would have thought that Kenya would be leaning on Phaedra when she used to dog Phaedra out about Apollo? So that was just really craziness. That whole scenario, I could see the whole scenario playing its part with Phaedra and Nene. But this whole thing where they trying to become best buddies or best buddies at this time, that's total bullshit. But anyway, we move in that situation because it wasn't even worth talking about. That's how fictitious I really thought it was. But like I said, it is what it is. And she ended up listening to Kenya tell Kenya some things she would do, get the restraining order and just keep it moving and don't look back. But you just doing too much trying to worry about his well-being, but then you want people to worry about your well-being, and then it's just a hot mess going back and forth. Anyway, we did a situation. We go back to uh, Marlo and Kenya fussing about the past. They're at the pop-up shop. Oh no, well, I went too far from there. We'll just go to where Kenya comes over visiting Candy, and they are talking about Matt. Okay. And Kenya wants to stay with Candy. And she's just okay. But like I said, Candy had said she want only for a couple of days. She ain't had nothing in no months, none of that going on. Then Kenya wants, she said, okay, I understand the set rules, but then Cynthia comes over and Candace not expecting Cynthia to come over. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. I told her to meet me over here because she's having some issues too. And I was just thinking that we both can come live with you temporarily. And then I'm like, okay, that was the time, Candy, for you to go and get both women straight at the same time and cover your baby's ears. Because I know, you did all this hollering on the last episode with this young man, but you ain't got shit to say. And they talking about moving in your house, using your free electricity, your water, your gas, your air conditioner, or whatever you got going on. You finna take these two freeloaders in your house that be bossing up at you saying they got their coins together. Cynthia sitting up there selling, $99, $100 up to $400 pair of shades and all her Bailey enterprises she got with her what do you call it? Modeling school. And then I'm not Cynthia, Kenya's supposed to be having her hair line going on and products for natural hair, and she's doing this, that, and the third. Damn, they should have money. If they ain't got no money for a hotel, they sure got some money for a motel. But no, they want to mooch off your ass and you ain't got shit to say. But I like, no, don't stutter now. Go on and give us what we want, which is for you to cuss their asses out and then tell them to get the hell out your property. Okay? You ain't no saver hole type situation. All right. So is what it is. Like I said, Candy did not get them straight on camera, on air where we could see. She was just showing her pretty little scared ass because you can't say, "Ooh, I love those women. I'm not gonna turn them out." No, you could have just gave them some money if they ain't had none and put them up in a hotel. But bringing them two crazy women, no ma'am, no sir, no lord. But anyway, we go. All three women are talking about Phaedra and Sheree and Portia and different things of that nature. They go in and do their little kikis and ha-has and all that shit. Then Candace talking about Portia blasting her out with the block situation, and she had already felt she had addressed it a long time ago. Which you did, but you still keep bringing it up. I'll let Portia go and do what she want to do. Hell, I don't say it at one time. Ain't no sense of us going over and over the same dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Beating something that's totally already done and through with. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Then we leave the whole situation because, like I said, it was fake and fraudulent. I don't know if she's still gonna let them stay there and use her like that, but I'm sure Todd, her mama, would definitely get her earful. Anyway, we go to Phaedra. Phaedra's doing a pop-up shop for a charity event, and she has invited all the girls down to host their individual booths and sell their products and give her charity 50% of all profits made for that particular day. And Candace feeling some kind of way, y'all. I'm like, what? And then the one you just got finished talking about, you got businesses, putting the S on it. And definitely Bravo have did you a hell of a lot, a hell of a time promoting yourself on their show about your bedroom can and just that and that. So, they've been doing definitely some promo for your ass. Now you sitting up there looking at them. But you didn't really make it. I mean, what are we doing? Is it 50 on top or 50 in the back? Or what are we talking about? Net or gross? Or I'm like, we ain't filing taxes. And I understood what she was saying. Anything that's made out of my booth, I'm gonna give 50% up, meaning half. If I made $500 that day, I'm gonna give her 250. If I made 3,000 that day, I'm gonna give her 1,500. Okay, simple math, Candy. What the hell are you talking about? Then y'all have a field day with Portia, like she didn't quite understand. No, she didn't quite understand. Well, but it is what it is. So I guess you got to show and prove again, Candy, don't you? Show and prove once again. Go to commercial. We come back. We have Phaedra's on Dish Nation explaining to the cast and crew of Dish Nation and to their audience about the pop-up shop and what it's going to benefit, and they want all the people in Atlanta to come out or surrounding states of Atlanta, whoever their her earshot want to take the drive to come on in if they don't locally live here to come and give for a good cause. And it was kind of boring. I was like, oh, that's how you gonna promote yourself? Because they sure wasn't trying. It was dry as dirt. But anyway, moving on from that situation, we go to Cynthia and Mal and Noelle. They're over at the house cleaning up everything. Well, pretty much everything is out. They're just reminiscing. More so Cynthia is than Noelle and Mal. And they're playing, showing different little cuts from different seasons of the time Cynthia spent in that condo, burning the friendship contract between her and Nene. her and Peter getting into it about infidelity issues and this, that, and the third. Just like a lot of homecoming type events she had for the girls and for her husband and stuff of that nature that they went through. So then the real estate lady comes in and, pretty much she looking some kind of way, and Cynthia looking at her like she mad as hell at her. So I'm thinking maybe the real estate agent had fucked her up and the whole thing didn't go well with certain things that probably was left out to from her in regards to her sale of the other house that she hasn't gotten yet, whether she's going to get it or not. If it's meant for her to have a Lord, let her have it. It's not. She just need to go on and trim herself down. She didn't need that shit. She didn't need it. It had no relevance for her to have a big ass house like that, and it's just one dog, one daughter, and herself. That shit don't make no sense. But anyway, if it turns out she gets it, she gets it. God bless her. Okay. Anyway, go to commercial. Come back. We have Phaedra already at the pop-up shop. Everything's in effect, and the women just start coming, setting up their booths, this, that, and the other. Sheree sees Kenya's booth, and she's throwing shade along with Phaedra. They're talking about, Kenya's booth and how it's so big and this, that, and that. I'm like, okay, she by Sheree, you only had some t-shirts you were selling, and that Who Gonna Check My Booth thing went out when that season went out. Okay, it was cute, Kiki's and all that stuff. But then you have some more t-shirts, flossing, some more good saying words that you use. I mean, it was just ugly. The whole thing was ugly. So I don't know what you're gonna do, how you doing, but you keep on trying to do you and improve. Okay. Anyway, then Apollo mom shows up and Apollo's stepdad. They come and lend support to Phaedra and her endeavors of trying to help the kids in Flint, Michigan with regard to sitting in the camp and this, that, and the third. And, didn't nobody really meet her. She didn't really show off her to the crew, or they didn't really show she was passing out to each of the women and shaking their hands and being greeted by them. The only person I remember her saying something was maybe Cynthia and Kenya. And Kenya gets in her confession to my, oh, I didn't know they were that close. I tell you, she just showing me a whole different side of her. I'm like, Kenya, you running out of people to film with or tape with. That's all that is. Because I don't know nobody care about you. Not really. Not really, Kenya. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Then we have Marla comes in and she goes right past Kenya's table. She knows it. She noticed. Can you tell you can't help but notice it because it's just bigger than the rest of the women. But she don't really have anything over there worth showing. Other than some cream that you put on your scalp or moisturize the top of your hair and this and that. And I like, girl, please. Anyway, she goes straight to Sheree's table and see Sheree ain't got nothing going on with them damn t-shirts that you can really get for $5 and be okay with it. Which knowing her, she probably selling it for $25. But it is what it is. You buy one, and you wear it and you be good with it. But then Kenya wants her camera time that she really didn't need from nobody because we didn't need to hear from her again. um, she goes over and try to make nice with Marlo, saying, I'm sorry I didn't, or I apologize to you for not inviting you to the housewarming and this, that, and that. And she was like, you ain't just invite me you dissed me on the housewarming, you dissed me on your birthday too. But then you're going to come over here and make amends and say, let's start back over, let's be friends. You don't know how to be a friend. That's what she told Kenya, and I was there for Marlo. I was like, all right, Marlo, just shut her shit down because she really didn't even have to come over there and tell you nothing. But then we go to commercial, we come back on Marlo and Kenya still fussing about the past. And Cindy was like, do you think I need to go over there and straighten them out? Because they are getting loud and hands are going in people's faces and this, that, and the third. I'm like, Cynthia, sit your ass down. You're homeless. You ain't got nowhere to go. You need to be working that out. Or pretty much just tell them, well, we're going to go move with mama until we figure things out. Because I know she ain't going to put me out, even though I think her mama's, was she divorced again? I think she divorced 2 times and now she with somebody new. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm sure she could put up her daughter and her granddaughter for a couple of weeks or a couple of months till she gets some new digs. So it just is what it is. If she don't get that house, she should get something else. And this is what it is, okay? Then we go to the last and final scene. We have Candy tells Phaedra she brought $5,000 worth of product. She's going home. She's tired. She got something to do. She's going to go on and write this check for $2,500. This, that, and the third. And she wished her well, her charity well, and she had to bounce, okay? Then Phaedra gets in her confessional and say, they raised 7,000 some odd dollars. She really wanted 10, but she's gonna put the rest with it to get that solid 10,000 is what she was asking for, and whatever. And I'm like, if the other girls gave 2,500 like Candy, 3, 4, 5, you would have had 1,200, $12,500 you were dealing with. But hey, Candace set the tone by say, "Hey, 2,500, here you go." Your other girls didn't come up with the money. Is what it is. Portia probably didn't raise for $200 if that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because she said she's gonna donate all her money to her friend Phaedra and her cause. I'm like, Portia, 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 Portia. But anyway, it was a charity, and she thinks she's gonna get more back. Fine, so be it. I know Sheree probably wasn't pumping in then with them who gonna check me boo t-shirts, you know. It was just a hot mess. And like I said, for them to be the Housewives of Atlanta, being in their ninth season, they should definitely be solidifying themselves a lot higher than what we're getting. So that was my review and my take on this Sunday's episode of the Housewives of Atlanta for January 15th. The title being Uncharitable Behavior, Season 9, Episode 10. Chat with me next time, guys. Okay. Blessings. Bye bye.